What's going on, Utensils? It's I'm Spoon, and this is not what a spaz it was going to be, but then I said, you know what, this deserves a little bit more attention, and the situation kind of escalated to a point to where I didn't think it needed to be. However, I figured I'd go ahead and make a commentary about it, and I had plenty of gameplay to go along with it that gave me plenty of room to talk and plenty of room to kind of share the situation with you guys, so hopefully you'll appreciate that. A longer commentary. Most commentaries I see nowadays on YouTube are like 5, 6, 8 minutes long top. This one's going to be like over 15 minutes at least. So what I want to talk to you today is, actually a disorder that I've found recently. And the disorder is for gamers. And it could be on a variety of games, from first-person shooters to RTSs to MMOs, and it's almost an epidemic now. I can't talk. And what this is called is Tryhard syndrome. And the first thing I want to tell you guys about this disorder is it's completely fake. All right, so Tryhard syndrome is something that can be used towards people who try hard. And if you guys are unfamiliar with that term, it's basically someone who goes into a game that is, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be an older game. For example, in Modern Warfare 2, anybody that goes into the game and tries really hard to win, right? So that can be used. That can be for people who play with the TAR, people who play with the FAMAS all the time. People, you get the idea, right? They're just tryhards, and the only way you can not be a tryhard in Modern Warfare 2 is if you use a quick scoping or trick shotting class, by the way, because no one plays Modern Warfare 2 anymore, you know, because they want to play Modern Warfare 2. They only play it for trick shotting, right? That's wrong. I play it the way I want to play it because I'm playing for gameplays. I'm tryhard. No, I play with the spaz and it's fun. The only time I don't play with the spaz is when I have people in games like this where I do have to go tryhard mode just to try and be a cock. And I don't necessarily think I'm the best in the world. I don't think I'm really that good. I think I'm maybe a little bit above average, if anything. But what you're going to see in these next two gameplays is, you haven't seen it just yet, but you're going to see a lot of people run around. A lot of people using commando knife lunges like that guy. But no, you're going to see a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean one person, doing trick shots over and over again. Trick shots, if you guys aren't familiar with that term, it's for people that use sniper rifles in Modern Warfare 2, and they spin around in circles about 100 times. And see, he's doing that out there. You can see his buddies kind of standing there, letting him shoot him. And this guy in this game is doing trick shotting. And what trick shotting is, like I said, it's spinning in circles, trying to get a cool kill cam. And it's nice, nice to see. It's not really nice to see when you're in a public team deathmatch or a free for all, when, you know, people are just standing there letting him get kills. It's kind of like, it's almost like boosting in a way. It's not exactly boosting because obviously he's not getting very many kills, so it's fine, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the game, which is to be a competitive, fast-paced first-person shooter. And when you know, my teammates just stand there and like, hey buddy, shoot me. I know we were trying to go for free-for-all in bare bones, but we didn't get it, but we're on team deathmatch, and we're going to let you kill us anyway. And so you see a lot of that. You see his buddies kind of just standing there, getting hit by flashbangs. You see me get hit by a lot of flashbangs because I'm kind of like trying to rain on this guy's parade. Is that the right expression? I'm not sure if it is. But yeah, so I'm trying to rain on his parade. I'm like, okay, dude, if you want to do trick shots, go to a private match. If you're in a public lobby, though, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. You know, I'm just going to completely kill you and try and ruin your cool trick shots, which you see me trying to do here, right? So yeah, it's kind of a dickish move, but at the same time, kind of deserves it coming into a public lobby, which is where people try and play the game for what it is with public competitive play. If you want to do private matches where you do trick shotting and cool shit like that, I understand. Do it there. I wouldn't do it in a public lobby. You can do it in a public lobby, but you're going to have people like me that fuck with your life. You know, see. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do this, and after the match is over, he's going to get kind of upset. He's going to call me a few choice words. Or he kind of refers to my team, not exactly me. However, the people on my team consist of his buddies, I think, and they're just kind of letting him shoot him. So yeah, you'll get a lot of that, and then after that, I'll kind of talk, as we're going through the next gameplay. The next gameplay, he calls me out specifically because it's a free-for-all. And I'll kind of give you a rundown of the story. So this guy, the guy that I'm just about to kill here in a moment, you'll see it, not yet, I'll call it out when I do. But the guy with the tactical insertions up there, that guy right there that I'm about to kill, that guy. He's the one who's doing the trick shotting and stuff, and I just kind of like, I'm like, well, you know, this is kind of like booster hunting for me, in a way that people that boost, they use their teammates to get kills and do cool stuff. I'm gonna go kill him because it's like, you're in a public match, do something else. If you wanna kill your friend over and over again, go to a private match. Otherwise, you know, and I understand going to free-for-all with your friends and, you know, killing them over and over again, but not letting them give you kills, just playing against them is alright. I understand that, and I do that all the time. You know, my friends will go into bare bones with me, and we'll do free-for-alls, and we'll have fun with it. That's fine. That's understandable. Why not? Competitive play. It's fun. So yeah. Afterwards, I say, okay, well, this guy's doing trick shots. Seems only appropriate that I, you know, go check him out. He might be a cool guy. I might need to apologize for ruining all his cool trick shot stuff. And so I go to his profile, you know, and this is the other day, you know, when some kids were angry at me about, you know, ruining the trick shot, and they looked at my profile and they were like, oh my god, 15,000 subs. Like it's a big deal. It's not, right? Having 15,000 subs, having 100,000 subs is not a big deal. Having any kind of popularity on YouTube is really not that big a deal, if you ask me. So, so yeah, it's kind of like this situation. I'm like, okay, let's see if I ruined his day, and he might be really popular. He might post a video of me. He's like, look at this cock trying to ruin my day. So yeah, he doesn't. He has a small channel, which is great. Fine with me. I mean, it's not that small. And a relativity to, you know, normal YouTube standards now for people doing only COD stuff, it's not too bad, because there's a lot of people who do COD stuff, so that's fine. But he's there, and I'm like, okay, let's send him a message. And I think I say something along the lines of like, hey, I played some games with you. Next time, try not to get so angry. You know, it's not a big deal. And it was legitimately like a sentence, right? The only reason why I sent him a message is just to kind of have him chill out, because, you know, I'm one of the nicer people in the world that do COD commentaries and stuff from time to time. And I've seen people do Modern Warfare 2 videos where they just tear apart someone who's just, you know, being a troll or being a jerk face. And so I wanted to give him a fair chance. I wanted to say, hey, you know, try not to be so mean. Try not to be so angry all the time. You'll do a lot better, and you'll feel more comfortable with the game if you just try not to be so angry towards anyone who gets in your way. It's kind of like the commentary I made the other day with the guy who had a negative reaction towards a rejection. It's kind of the same thing here. It's like, you know, someone's pooping on their parade, raining on the parade, once again, whatever the expression is, and they get really, really offended by it. I'm like, okay, well, you're in a public Modern Warfare 2 match. What do you expect, right? You expect someone to kill you like they're supposed to doing. So, that's fine. So I get a response from him, and basically it's not exactly what I would have hoped for. And in all fairness, it's my fault. I should not have messaged him. I should have just left it at that. But you know me, guys. You know me. I feed the trolls. I call out people when they're being d-bags. I don't hold myself back. You know, I really have a bad problem with not being able to reserve my emotions. I just let it out. I'm just like, hey, dude, being kind of a cock, just letting you know. And I don't really hold back, and that's a problem. So I got a message back from the guy. And by the way, how are the acoustics in this room? Very echoey, right? But yeah, I got a message back from this guy, and I'm listening to myself out loud now. I actually don't have headphones on this time, so I can really focus on the commentary. So I got a message back from this guy, and more or less, he's not too happy. He's like, dude, you just mad, you suck, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying out for Trickshotting Clan, and you're being a douche trying to ruin that for me, or something like that, you know. I'm not going to pull up the messages because I don't care about getting word for word with this guy. I really don't want to try and make him look bad. I'm just trying to make a commentary out of this, you know. And I don't want you guys to message him. I don't want you guys to look up his information. I don't care about that, you know. I'm mainly doing this just to kind of make a point. And I did get a message with him recently saying, your shit's boring. And I've had a few people say that to me. I'm like, maybe it's boring. Maybe that's why I suck so bad. So I'm trying to make things unboring to him, and so I'm making a video. I sent him a message back. I said, hey, I'm going to put a video with you up on it. Let's see if that's more entertaining than the boring shit I usually put up. So that's fine. I'm kind of confrontational, kind of standoffish, and that was, once again, my fault. Probably should have just left it alone at that, but I couldn't help it, you know. This guy's kind of being a jerk, so I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna poke something at him, and by poke something, I mean my video with him in it. I'm gonna put him on what I said the other night when I was streaming with Wolf and Lucklin and Dorky. I said I'm gonna put him on candid camera. So this is the match where he got angry and starts mouthing off. I'm not gonna turn up the volume. I'm gonna keep focused on my commentary, but I did put captions up for some of the things that him and his friends said between each other. And I'm not gonna focus on the fact that he won. I'm gonna tell you ahead of time. Spoiler alert: he won this match, right? In the beginning, he was complaining about me using assault rifles. He was like, yeah, assault rifles require no skill. And then he actually switches to assault rifles and then beats me. He's really good at the game. I'll give him that. He's really good. So yeah, he messaged me back and said, you know what, I was trying for, trick shotting and you're just tryharding, right? So, I don't know if it's just me, but when someone says I'm a tryhard, and then they're trying really hard to get into a trick shotting clan, it kind of makes me think, okay, well, isn't that kind of contradicting your own explanation there? Isn't it kind of like hypocritical? And that's what I said. I said, isn't that kind of hypocritical to call me a tryhard when I'm just playing the game for what it's for, which is a fast-paced first-person shooter? I can't talk. And that's what I do. I go in the game, I play to get somewhat decent gameplays, and I do it with my spaz, because I don't care about any other gun in this game. I just want to use a spaz. The only time I use other guns is when I have to, like on Wasteland and stuff. I'm not going to skip up, I'm not going to back out of the lobby just because it's a level that I don't want to play, right? And so yeah, I use the spaz most of the time, but in this case I switched away from that because I was not going to do well in the spaz last match because, there's a lot of people. Team deathmatch wasn't really that good. Spaz is only good for free-for-alls with me, and I can do halfway decent with it every time. So, yeah, I'm a tryhard because I didn't want to lose this round, right? Because, last round he had called me the few choice words once again. He said we're basically a bunch of pussies, and I said, okay, well, I'm a pussy. I'm not going to use a sniper. I'm going to use whatever weapon I can get in their face with. And that's the weapon I'm using now. I wanted to use this weapon for this level. But you saw earlier it said call that random out. So they're basically communicating with each other here. That Arrow guy doesn't have a really good mic, so he doesn't really do a good job of communicating. But they basically help each other out a lot, which is fine. Once again, it's free for all. They're here playing together. They want to help each other out. That's fine. And I would have done fine. However, he switched to an assault rifle and started kicking my ass, which is once again completely fine. Just makes him kind of hypocritical once again. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't get all offended when someone goes quote unquote tryhard syndrome mode, right? And then get all kinds of pissed off. It's just a game, guys. It really is. And I get pissed off too when people use noob tubes and RPGs and commando launch. I understand, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. I don't hold grudges over it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna send him a message and be like, hey dude, chill out, it's not a big deal. But it's not a big deal. He holds a grudge over this match that we had and the fact that I messaged him telling him to chill out. And so yeah, it's a game. It's a game. No need to stress over it. No need to be all kind of butthurt over anything that happens. And that's fine. I'm still not butthurt. I just thought I'd message him and say, and I wasn't butthurt even when he was calling me all kinds of names. It's fine. As you notice here, you don't really see my mic going off. I'm not really giving any kind of response to this guy. The only response I gave him was after the fact. I told him to chill out and not really be too upset about it. But yeah, he was. So he sends me messages, and I'm responding to him saying, hey, look, you're being kind of a hypocrite, telling me not to try hard, and you're really wanting to get into this trick shotting clan, which is not a big deal. The game's super old, and I'm sure that if a legitimate clan wanted to have you in it, they would have, took you by now, because you're obviously decent at the game. But I imagine they won't take you because you're kind of a dick, and that's basically how it is. So, what he does after that, after he gets really hurt and offended that I had talked about how he was acting and how, obviously he's better than me, but he needs to stop being a hypocrite. he sends me messages about my YouTube channel, which I had seemingly forgot to mention when I sent him messages. I was like, okay, I'm not going to send him messages about YouTube because YouTube is not really something you want to brag about. You don't come into an argument saying, hey, guess what? I got 15,000 subscribers. You have under 1,000. Whoa. Big shot. Whoa, I'm doing the whole like we got a badass over here meme right now, that face. And that's, I'm not going to do that because it's not a fucking big deal. 15,000 is not even enough to brag about anyway, right? So I don't go off throwing my YouTube in people's faces like I'm a big deal, because I'm not. 15,000 is not a big deal. I'm never going to be popular. I understand that. I'm okay with that. I understand my content's not the most amazing or the greatest. And once again, I'm completely okay with that. However, this guy sends me messages saying, oh, well, you use sub-for-sub programs and websites and you cheated to get your subs. I'm like, what? How did it, what? How do you, what? What? How do you even come up with that? I have 400 plus videos on my channel. I have almost 1 million views on my channel, which seems appropriate for 15,000 subscribers. That's about right where I should be, in fact. But he thinks that all my sub-for-subs, basically anybody that's in my sub box is subbing me after I sub them. First of all, I don't have anywhere near 15,000 subscriptions, right? All the subscriptions I have, I like to keep track of. And second of all, K-pop, Eat My Addiction, Bad Pylord, I'm pretty sure I'm not in like most of those subscription boxes. So how would that be a sub for sub? How would that be for a box for box thing if that didn't even, like, who does that anymore? I don't think anyone does a sub for sub, box for box thing anymore. I think pretty much anybody who contacts you isn't going to ask sub for sub or box for box. They're going to ask for a dual com or how do I get big? Because you help me get big on my channel. And once again, it's not like a big deal. So obviously, this guy took kind of like the low road, and he's like, oh, well, your YouTube channel sucks, you're boring as shit. And that's when I really thought, I said, am I really boring? Or is this guy really just butthurt? And so that's what I want kind of a response from you guys. What can I do to improve this? I want to do a mixture of commentary, a mixture of gameplay, a mixture of Let's Plays, stuff like that. But I really don't know what's entertaining to you guys. I don't know if you guys are giving me less views because it's not all Minecraft. I know a lot of you are here for Minecraft, but I don't want to post Minecraft all the time. I love playing other games, and I love posting other games. So if that's simply the reason why, because it's not Minecraft, then I can deal with that. I can deal with getting 300 views on a video over a week just because it's not Minecraft. I would rather have that. So, anyway, guys, I guess the ultimate point is don't be a dick. Don't go try hard. Try hard mode to be a dick to everybody just because you lose a round and then you're able to throw it in the face that you're better than them. That's fine. No one's gonna care, but don't act stupid because you never know who's watching and you never know what kind of response you're gonna get. So I guess that's kind of where it is, guys. Just appreciate you guys watching and listening to my rant about this Tryhard thing, and don't be a douchebag. Spoon you guys later.